Okay, so quick video on this Wilkinson bridge that I absolutely love. This video is from my buddy Age, so I thought I might as well do one for everybody because I can't find this one online anywhere. I don't see any part numbers on it. Somebody you might be able to help me out and find it. So this bridge has a locking tremolo, so I can bend the string as hard as I want, and you'll notice that bridge is locked in place. It's not moving at all. Love it. Now, if I turn it from this camera, you'll notice when I turn it, the actual arm is coming up. So it raises up as I turn it into, and now the bridge is floating. And also, if I leave it there, and I'll try and do it this way so you can see from the top camera, if I bend the string, you can see I can pull the whole bridge down, the whole guitar goes out of tune. One of my pet peeves with tremolos. If I let it back down into the normal position, it's locked again, and I can stretch out all I want, and it won't go out of tune. I love this. The way it works is, as this is turned, it pulls the arm up, and I'll physically, like it pulls it up in this direction. It's spring loaded, and when it pulls it up, it pulls it out, and I'll show you on the back, of this adjustable nut. So what happens here, and it is a bit of a trick to set it up, to get it to set right, but so Adrian's never seen this before, so I thought, well, I gotta loosen this nut, we'll do it up, and we'll set it up again. And I'm gonna pop the tremolo. There we go. So this nut has a little spot here where the tremolo arm rests into in a normal state. We slide that in to the slot, get it adjusted so it's in its normal state, and then we put the slot screwdriver in to hold it in place and tighten this. It is a bit of a trick to get it to set up perfectly, so that's maybe one of the reasons why it isn't as popular as I think it should be. But again, if you notice here, as I turn that, see how that arm pulls away? I'm hoping you can see that in that upper video. As I turn there, maybe we can see it on the side camera. I'm going to try and do it this way maybe. So you can see here as I'm turning the arm, that beveled flange around the outside of the tremolo arm on the other side pulls the arm forward to the face of the guitar and pulls it out of that locking ring and makes it completely free floating. So it's basically just pulling it right out of the locking ring here. So what I've got to do now, this metal plate is part of the system for sure. I'm going to back that off, and I take this and I slide it in. I'm going to put the tremolo arm way back out of the way, slide this in, and then I let it go back to that normal position, and I'm going to wiggle until I get it into what we'll call the resting position. Snug that up just a little bit. Now the trick here that I have found is I'm putting a block underneath so that I can't touch that. There we go. So one of the reasons maybe this isn't as popular is right now, to try and get this set up, you need about 6 hands and 4 arms, and you'll be able to balance on a toothpick to be able to get it to set up really tight. I do have a bigger screwdriver, but I don't see it, so we're just gonna slough through this with what I have on hand here. So the screwdriver is basically holding the nut in place while you tighten the lug nut around that metal chassis. Like, it's offset here, so you can see how as it moves it could pull the tremolo arm back or forth, and that's how you're going to get it to set exactly where you want it. It takes a little bit of time. You have to play with it a few times to really get it to set up so it sets in a perfect spot. There we go. So now that's locked into place. And I'll show you on here. Get this block out of the way. So from this angle, so here you can see it's in its resting position. As I turn, and you can adjust that to, again, that resting position. I've got a set screw here, so you can change your resting position to where you want, and this can screw around. I think it's just a wonderful little easy locking tremolo system that I've never seen anywhere, and here it is. Standard feature on this guitar, man. If you know any more about this Wilkinson bridge, make some comments down below. I did a little bit of research and couldn't find much on this specific one, but it's pretty cool. Hey, standard feature on this beautiful Canadian-made guitar. What's it all about? Well, it's all about a Godin Artisan ST. That's from mid and early 90s, I would say. 92, I think this one maybe, 93. I had never really figured out the serial numbers on that on it, but you gotta love the quality. It's got a chamfered neck there at the back, so it's easier to access your high frets. Bird's eye maple neck. So they have their own Godin branded pickups in here. I believe at the time they were manufactured by Shaler. They're tetrads, I believe. Comments down below if you know a little bit more about it. I'm not 100% sure, but they're a beautiful tone. They have a unique sound. It sounds very Strat-like, it does, but it doesn't sound like a Strat. So it has that flexibility of being a different instrument. If I wanted a Strat, I'd get a Strat. It's not a Strat. It sounds a bit like a Strat, but it has its own tone. We've got the humbuckers here with coil split on here. The original wiring had a different coil tap system on it, which did a treble bleed. I got rid of the treble bleed and just have straight coil taps on it. Love it just the way it is. So there you go, a little insight on a cool locking tremolo system. Fixes all the problems that I don't like about whammy bars and tremolos, and doesn't get enough love. Hope you enjoyed it.